Good morning. My name is Shawn Hales, and I am the Public Information Officer as well as the Director of the Business Office for Washington County Hospital and Nursing Home. Today, we want to give you a special invitation to a seminar that we are going to be having next Tuesday, August the 30th at 6 p.m. here at Legacy Hall on the facilities of Washington County Hospital and Nursing Home. And today I am joined by two very special guests that is very well known to you, Dr. Steve Donald from Chatom Primary Care, as well as Jackie Giles, the Director of Nursing for the Washington County Nursing Home. And we just want to ask them a few questions to give us some idea of what to expect from this seminar that we're planning on next week. Dr. Donald, what is some of the questions that may be presented by our viewers is, what is an estate planning? Can you give us some idea on what that is?
I'll give you my non-lawyer definition of that because I do not want to give a legal opinion.
Yes.
All too often in the clinic, we get asked about how to handle finances toward either the end of life or when someone's facing a significant health disaster. And unfortunately, a lot of the times that's a little late. And so what we need to do is plan on having these things occur, because eventually we're all going to get a little older or have increased needs that's going to at times affect the family budget, so to speak. And so I think it's a good idea to plan ahead on a couple of different avenues. One is to be financially prepared, and that's something that this talk hopefully next week is going to help with. And the other is to be prepared to have someone help make decisions in the event that you can't. One of the things we've been doing at the clinic is every time someone comes in for a well adult exam as an adult, but particularly Medicare aged, we make sure that they have some form of a living will, which basically helps people appoint someone to make a decision for them, or at least make sure somebody knows what they would want done in the event that they can't answer questions for themselves. Yes. So I think to encompass estate planning, the speaker next week will hopefully go over things such as living wills. So I'm certain that she will get into some of the more financial aspects that I don't, such as wills or how to prepare financially for the need to go to the nursing home. But I think globally it will be good for the community to attend that seminar, simply because essentially, short of going to one of the attorneys in town, it would be the only resource that we have readily available. So I appreciate the fact that the hospital is putting it on for our community. Absolutely.
Jackie, in your role as Director of Nursing over the nursing home, you no doubt through your years of experience have seen individuals that's come to you and to your facility that are prepared, some are not prepared. So how can this estate planning help them be prepared for not just nursing home, but at that point in their life?
Yes, I have. And for many times when this event happens, they're already stressed because they're having either medical issues, and when they're having that need for the nursing home and they come, having to be already prepared would take so much of that stress, not only off that patient who may not can make those decisions, but also that family. Yeah. Because families, they always want to do what their loved one wants them to do, but oftentimes those conversations have never happened. And I think this speaker that we are blessed to have is going to bring up a lot of those things that people haven't even thought of.
Exactly. Dr. Donald, I can imagine some of the people that is going to watch this little clip on Facebook or social media is probably going to say something like, I'm too young for this. or I'm not retired yet, so I don't need estate planning. In regards to estate planning in general, but also advanced directives, what are some of the things that people watching needs to know in regards to this?
On a personal note, I have had a power of attorney and my living will done since 2013. At the age of 43. Yeah. I do not want my family to be put through the process of having to make decisions for me in the event that I can't. Yes. So all that is already written down for me personally. I encourage anybody of any age to do that, at least have that talk with their spouse or their decision maker on what they would like to have done. So I don't think there's a minimum age, sure. But certainly when you start getting into that retirement group, age 65 and above, we need to start having those conversations. And I'll say, having done this in the office, probably 3 out of 7, 3 out of 8 have actually went to the trouble of having the conversation, and maybe 1 out of 8 have actually written down a plan. Yeah. So we need more of that.
Exactly. Jackie, what's some golden nuggets that you hope that people that will come to this seminar can take away when they go home?
Well, especially, I hope they will realize that planning today will make tomorrow much easier.
Yeah.
And it will be what they want it to be, not only financially, but health care. That's the biggest thing, that they're planning today is going to make tomorrow much easier.
Exactly. Very good. And one last thing, Dr. Donald, do you think that when a person goes through the process of an estate planning, that they are able to, in turn, down the road, relieve a large burden from their family or their possible caregivers?
Oh, most definitely, most definitely. I have seen it where those caregivers had to make a decision for that patient or individual and then be plagued by whether or not they made the right decision.
Yeah.
Whereas if that individual had simply wrote it down or at least confirmed verbally on multiple occasions what they would like to have done, it would have been a lot less stressful for that family member.
Yeah.
It's got to be a tough decision to make sometimes, but if it's
Exactly.
already written down what mama wants to do, it makes it a little bit easier.
It does. All right, so we invite you again next Tuesday, August the 30th, at 6 o'clock right here at Legacy Hall. We encourage you to give us a call at area code 251-847-2223. Ask for Rebecca and let her know that you're going to come so we can reserve a seat right here for you. Our speaker is going to be Kyla Kellum. She's an attorney for over 30 years, practicing in both Alabama and Florida over these very issues. So we're excited about having her come, and we're looking forward for you coming.